YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, noluckmack, back with another reaction. And I'm gonna keep it going with my Gangland series type shit. Right now, about to watch another video. This one's called The Battle in Brooklyn, The Fall of the Choos, the Chos. See, watching these videos got me saying choose, the Chos, you know what I'm saying? Hailing from Brooklyn. Let's get it started.
443 breaking news out of Brooklyn, where a popular rapper was shot and killed overnight. Nick Blixey was discovered with gunshot wounds on Winthrop Street in Prospect Lefferts Gardens. A picture from Instagram shows the rapper, who has tens of thousands of followers, a 21-year-old artist born as Nicholas Thompson, was shot around 9:30 last night. Tributes poured in from the hip-hop world on social media for the Jamaican-American artist.
But the poison is no longer part of the tree. You get me? So whatever shit this nigga had going on ain't got nothing to do with GD or Choo.
At all.
Nothing. You heard?
Card is revoked.
He's no longer GD, you heard?
Card is revoked. Everything
He's
is
no
revoked.
longer GD. He's no longer GD.
We have stamped that.
Whatever he got going on has nothing to do with the nation. You get me?
I'm in New York City, in the middle of the street. Tell Coach to go stop hiding. Envy Kane looking for Coach to Ghost. Tag Coach to Ghost, tell him Envy Kane want that. And I got it on me for real, and I'm dolo. I'm not with nobody. I'm not with no friends. I'm not with no folks. I'm not with no chos. I'm not with no twirls. I'm at the back door, nigga. So where's Coach to Ghost at?
We know that almost 90% of guns used in crimes in New York are trafficked from out of state.
The reintroduction of the bill comes as shooting incidents have spiked by 22% in the city this year.
Yeah, niggas just wilded during COVID. I'm not gonna hold you. It was too much money out here. Way too much money out here for niggas to been acting the way they was doing. New York City gotta get back to his hustlers days. Like, this used to be the city of hustlers. Now everybody gangster.
Since Pop Smoke's untimely passing in February of 2020, Brooklyn drill has been taking over the music industry. The combination of UK beats with New York slang and grimy lyrics has made for some of the hottest songs coming out of the underground. People like Chef G, Fabio Foreign, and Sleepy Hollow have been heading the front when it comes to the mainstream attention. Back in May of 2020, Drake linked with Fabio Foreign and Sosa Geek for his song Demons that was released on his Dark Lane Demo Tapes EP. One thing that all the top artists coming out of the Brooklyn drill scene have in common is that they fall under the Wu umbrella, or they have ties to it. Since gangbanging originally made its way to New York, it has transformed significantly.
Not everybody.
What was once about color banging and getting money has become simply about people just wanting
the
to
drill
rip each
rappers.
other's heads off because it would block their
Mainly
flow.
the drill rappers.
Without complicating things too much, there are two umbrellas that are comprised of these smaller sets of gangs. The Wu Alliance is the bigger, more famous group. Wu is comprised mostly of both Bloods and Crips, and like I said earlier, most big rappers coming out of New York, including Pop Smoke or Wu. On the other side of the beef are the Chos.
I'm like, outside looking in, Wu's is definitely winning. Outside looking in, based upon who's their affiliate.
As much coverage as their ops.
They got
names coming from the Cho side are Coach
just known Wu members. You know, I believe Chef G and Sleepy Hollow's Wu. I believe Pop Smoke is Wu. I believe Fabio is Wu. And it's a bunch of other dudes. But as far as big names in this rap shit, like, you know what I'm saying, my son Sleepy Hollow just did hip hop awards, you know what I'm saying, that was fire, you know what I'm saying, at least they finally giving him some push, because he definitely belonged on the Double XL freshman cycle. Him and Chef G been going crazy since like 2018, 2019, I'm gonna come clean, that's when I first heard of him.
Envy Kane, and the man who started the modern style of Brooklyn drill with the UK beats, 22Gs.
22Gs, that was the first Brooklyn drill rap I ever heard.
Two Brooklyn-based gangs.
No, I'm gonna come clean. The first Brooklyn drill rap I ever heard was Chef G, the No Suburbans. They said it was a diss. And then obviously I'm like, who is he dissing? So then I went and I listened to 22G. So I discovered them both on the same day, but Chef G video was first. Immediately followed by 22Gs, because I had to get in tune. I don't live in Brooklyn no more, so I don't know about none of this. You know what I'm saying? When I just moved back to Brooklyn for a little bit in the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, bro. Not even. I moved out of Brooklyn again in like May last year. So I'm like, bro, I was in New Lots. It's Cho, Wu, everything. It's bananas, but.
Sweep in 2012 called Operation Tidal Wave. While the Woos have cemented themselves in the industry, the Chos, on the other hand, have slowly been dwindling, at least on the music side. 22G's is probably the most popular name.
Yeah, they need another
He
rapper
signed to
jacking
Kodak
him.
Black's Sniper Gang label and has gotten a lot of recognition for creating the new age Brooklyn drill sound. Him and a group of his GD friends created a group called Blicky Gang. What started out as a group of kids just running around in the streets eventually grew into a group of aspiring rappers. Some of the notable names are Nick Blicky, Nas Blicky, and Ryu Blicky.
I'm saying, there's no comparison in terms of stardom.
This is something else. Why they shot him though? Them is something. Before they pick up the bag, take to the hospital. They got a guy on the floor. And
Yeah, West Indian parent.
At around 9:30 p.m. on May 10th, 2020, Nicholas Thompson, better known by
Shout
his
out to my
stage
West
name Nick
Indians.
Blicky, was gunned down on Winthrop Street in Brooklyn, just 4 blocks from his house. It was first reported that he was killed during an altercation with police, but that was later determined to be false. At around 9:15 p.m., surveillance footage caught a man named Caliph Gleen entering a bodega and buying a drink. Shortly after, another camera would capture Gleen, who was wearing a blue bandana, a hoodie, bronze foam posits, and a ring on his left hand, dap Nick Blicky up, and then proceed to shoot him 7 times. The most damning evidence
his
was
own
a tattoo
mans?
on the suspect that was seen in the bodega just prior
How
to
your
the
own
shooting.
mans?
An
Oh
eyewitness
my
heard
God,
gunshots and saw
bro.
the suspect run away before jumping on a dirt bike being driven by an unknown getaway driver and speeding off. Surveillance captured a man believed to be the shooter entering a building at 800 Eastern Parkway, where it is reported that Gleen lived. He'd go on to be arrested a few weeks later on June 11, 2020 in Philadelphia. Gleen had just been
In
paroled in
Philly.
October of
Like,
2019
that's how
after
far you
serving
got,
2
bro.
years for an attempted murder charge.
No bullshit.
A few hours prior to his
No bullshit, bro. That's how far you got. If you watch my videos, you already know how I feel about the police and technology. I'm like, that's how far you got, bro, Philly. And he said he caught you weeks later. And as far as you got was Philly, bro. You were supposed to go to Philly and then duck off somewhere in the Midwest, somewhere, Ohio. Go to some West Bubblefuck town. Stay there for a little bit. Like, y'all niggas get money. Your money gonna stretch even further over there than in New York City or in Philly. Like, you could be low key, but I don't know. Dudes is different.
Nick Blicky had started promoting his debut mixtape that was set to be released on June 3rd, just 2 weeks after he was slain. The Blickies and Choo members would go on to mourn the loss of Nick Blicky, while his ops, on the other hand, would take to social media to clown his death. 1090 Just OB, another rapper from Brooklyn, would post a now viral photo of him standing on who he thought was Nick Blicky's grave with the letters GDK, which stands for Gangster Disciple Killer, spray painted on it. Nick Blicky's mom would later take to social media to deny the claims that it was her late son's gravestone and would go on to say that he was cremated.
So you just defaced somebody else's burial.
But the poison is no
You
longer
just disrespected a whole other family. Niggas be on bad timing, son.
part of the tree. You get me? So whatever shit this nigga had going on ain't got nothing to do with GD or Choo.
At all.
Nothing. You heard?
Card is
He's
revoked.
no longer GD, you heard?
Card is revoked. Everything
He's
is
no
revoked.
longer GD. He's no longer GD.
We have stamped that.
Whatever he got going on has nothing to do with the nation. You get me?
I'm in New York City, in the middle of the street. Tell Coach to go stop hiding.
Stop.
Envy Kane looking for Coach to Ghost.
Facts.
Tag Coach to Ghost, tell him Envy Kane want that. And I got it on me for real, and I'm dolo. I'm not with nobody. I'm not with no friends. I'm not with no folks.
My son don't
I'm
give
not
a
with no
fuck right
trolls.
here.
I'm not with no twirls. I'm at the back.
I'm like, he don't give a fuck so much that he's posting online that he's basically looking for somebody to kill. Like, okay.
So where's Coach to Ghost at?
A few months after Nick Blicky was murdered, 2 other prominent Choo members would publicly start beefing. Coach to Ghost and Envy Kane, both GD, would go back and forth on social media sending disrespectful
I'm like, they
shots at
imploded.
Coach would even
I'm like,
denounce Envy
I'm
Kane's
not
allegiance.
in tune with the Wu, so I don't know if they got the same type of internal turmoil like this. But I'm like, damn, son, Charles is like, I'm thinking it's a bunch of gangs together. You know what I'm saying? One big group, but it's looking like they are the gang. You know what I'm saying? Not like Wu. I think Wu is made up of different sets. I think Chose is just Chose. Like, that's what you jack. But a lot of niggas be double flagging out there too, like double flagging, triple flagging type shit, be jacking mad different gangs.
The reason for their beef isn't known, but people have speculated that it stems from a robbery in Atlanta that involved Envy Kane. This would cause a rift between the 3 biggest Choo rappers, Envy Kane, Coach to Ghost, and 22Gs. Fast forward to July of 2021. Coach to Ghost releases.
They supposed to be moving like Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule, Murder Inc. Like, y'all not supposed to be feuding. Like, y'all gotta see that the ops is up and think smart. Like, niggas start panicking, man.
Project titled Ghost Stories, and shortly after he'd get arrested in Atlanta and brought back to New York. Many people were confused by his sudden arrest, but it turns out that he'd been on the run for a parole violation for almost 3 years.
Yikes.
In 2011, Coach was picked up during Operation Tidal Wave as the alleged leader of the Hood Stars.
Oh.
Police had been investigating several shootings in Brooklyn, which led to the arrest of 43 gang members, 25 from the Wave Gang and 18 from the Hood Stars, on charges including murder, assault, reckless endangerment, robbery, and weapons possession. The gang members, ages 15 to 21, bragged about their shootings on social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. He came home in 2017, and in early 2020,
niggas gotta
he
get
signed
up off
Beach
that.
Wing's 1017 records. It isn't publicly known if he was dropped or if he just separated from Guwap, but at some point they parted ways and he signed directly to Atlantic. Coach is currently awaiting his parole hearing, and the status of his case is unknown. Just a couple months after Coach got picked up in August of 2021, the feds arrested 9 members of the Bleaky Gang in connection to a firearms trafficking operation that helped to supply Choo members in New York with 87 guns that were purchased in Georgia. The indictment alleges that James Thomas, also known as Spaz, and Courtney Schloss, better known as Balenci, used a Georgia resident to buy at least 87 guns from 6 federal firearms licenses in Georgia. They would allegedly make orders for specific firearms from customers in New York, then would transport them by bus from Georgia to New York.
And then I'm watching a YouTube video.
Videos, specifically one song titled Guns.
Like, how do I got your whole full name and your alias,
that were
bro?
suspected of being trafficked.
Never even met you.
Prosecutors also say that one of the guns was used to shoot at NYPD officers in the Bronx on February 21st, 2021.
Niggas don't even be getting rid of the grip. Like, niggas do some bullshit with the grip and keep the grip. Oh, no.
Good for them, especially when it comes
That
to
shit,
music.
that's that
22
new
G's
shit.
is currently the only remaining artist that is still alive and free. He released his project, The Blicky Tape 2, back in March, and he has a tour planned for September of 2021. Let's hope that he's able to carry the torch for the Cho's in the industry while they're fighting their cases. With all the musical talent on that side and the lack of recognition, it would be unfortunate to see them continue to diminish. We'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Let's see, what else they got here? They don't got nothing on the Wolves. If they don't got nothing on the Wolves, we gonna end it right there. Oh man. Let's see. Nah, they don't. Alright, so I'm gonna end it right there. No Luck Mac reacts. The battle in Brooklyn, full of the Choos, courtesy of my man Trench Tales, man. Shout out to that guy. Go over there, give him some likes, some subscribes. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's that easy. It's literally that easy. It ain't gonna harm you. Y'all done see me subscribe to 1 million, quadrillion channels by now. It's that easy. Alright, yo, I'm out of here.